I have to be honest with you, I always asked myself why notebooks aimed at the business folks have to look and feel bland and boring. Because if you think about it, when you are forced to work with something, should that not be a nice experience as well? But HP comes to the rescue, and right here in front of me I have the latest Elitebook x360 1040 G11. And guys, I wouldn't mind using this one myself. With stellar looks, a very premium feel, tons of I/O and a great keyboard, this will not only deliver when drawing up your next financial report, but it's also a very competent partner as an everyday kind of notebook, if you're willing to pay for it. Our sample of HP's flagship business laptop comes with Intel's Meteor Lake Core Ultra 7 165H, complete with the integrated 8-core Arc GPU, 16 gigs of speedy memory and a 1TB SSD. As is typical for this class of devices, the Elitebook is highly customizable, and so we got a SIM card on board, as well as, unfortunately, only the base display option with a 1200p 60Hz sRGB panel. Again, the HP looks gorgeous, and I think this is the first time I have ever been able to say this about a business laptop. The chassis quality backs up the visual appearance with a very sturdy and rigid overall construction, while the brighter, almost white color helps a lot to keep fingerprints at bay. The base unit does not flex at all, while there's a little bit of wobble when adjusting the display. However, considering the 1040 is also a convertible, this is more than acceptable if you ask me. Unfortunately, the hinges are a little too stiff to enable one-handed opening of the sleek laptop, but I would say this is just a compromise you would have to make with this kind of form factor. In proper working class fashion, you get quite a bit more connectivity compared to, let's say, more consumer-oriented notebooks. On the right, you can find an optional nano SIM card slot, a USB-C with a DisplayPort signal and power delivery, and a single USB-A 3.2 Gen 1. While on the opposite side, you can find a pair of USB-C Thunderbolt 4s, HDMI 2.1 and the audio combo port. Wireless transfers are a little on the slower side, which is quite a bummer considering that you will most likely not use a wired network connection with such a laptop that often. The webcam might sport a higher than average 5-megapixel resolution, but given how much time we all spend in calls, we still wish for better cameras in laptops. Despite the slim chassis, you have quite a few maintenance options, and while the RAM is unfortunately soldered, you can still access and upgrade the NVMe drive, Wi-Fi card and WAN module. If you type a lot during office hours, chances are you will absolutely love the Elitebook's keyboard. With decent travel, given the slim chassis, very firm feedback, a tactile feel, and an overall very satisfying experience, you should get up to speed with this one in no time. The touchpad offers the same quality feel with a subdued but very firm click. Again, when it comes to display options, well, you have options, and our sample comes with the entry-level Full HD panel. If you are after eye candy, well, there is a 120Hz 2.8K OLED with higher color gamut coverage and a few privacy variants with higher brightness. Regarding our sample, the screen definitely does not offer much to write home about, but there are also no significant downsides or annoyances that would hamper your experience if you simply want a reliable typing machine. While you will hardly use this kind of laptop for any super intense computing scenarios, the Elitebook still has your back should you need some additional performance. And the Meteor Lake Silicon even performs quite admirably in general, despite the smaller footprint of the 2-in-1. That said, during our stress tests, pushing both the CPU and the GPU at the same time results in pretty high temperatures, and it's rather obvious that the cooling system was not designed for prolonged heavy use. But the initial performance and high single-core results make for a very snappy system, both in our PCMark tests and subjectively, so for most general productivity workflows you should have more than enough performance with the x360. Drive performance is also quite solid, with speedy initial transfer rates that drop gradually during our torture tests. This is probably not something you will encounter during usual use case scenarios, but it is still something to be aware of. Our GPU tests reveal a similar picture. Once again, the 1040 is one of the faster laptops, betting only on integrated GPU solutions. And while you will most likely not use one of these for your after-work gaming sessions, you can run the occasional game given you stick to Full HD and medium to high settings. Our above average performance results, thankfully, come without too much of a fan noise penalty. The 14-incher does get audible when you push it in its higher performance modes, but it is still within reason, and during low to medium loads you mostly deal with a very quiet, if not silent laptop. Please enjoy our samples, and for more information feel free to head on over to our website. And if you like what we are doing so far, the like and sub button are also just a tiny click away. Thanks a ton for your support, guys. Once again, away from the wall, you get the best of both worlds, performance and long run times. And with more than 16 hours in our simulated Wi-Fi test, you should relatively easily get through a day's work without having to reach for your charger too often, if at all. Alright folks, that should already be it for today. And what can I say? If you want a flexible, fast, durable laptop that comes with a ton of ports and stellar inputs without looking too corporate when it comes to its styling, well, the Elitebook x360 1040 delivers. The screen might just be okay, and the initial performance figures cannot be maintained for hours on end, but given the intended group of users, these might be just minor disadvantages, and considering that you do have better display options available, the slim and well-made convertible is a great pick for almost anything you can throw at it during a busy workday or for more general computing needs after clocking out. As always, let me know what you think, make sure to hit that like and sub button on your way out, and for more info about this one, check out our written reviews on the website. My name is Alex, you have been fantastic, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.